Hello YouTube fam, today we are trying to bounce bullets. You know, in movies, in action movies especially, when they fire a bullet at a piece of metal and it bounces, Deadshot in Suicide Squad did it, RoboCop did it a long time ago, Iron Man even did it one time off of his head. So we're out here in the middle of the desert to see if we can test this safely and to see if we can set up a situation where we can reliably bounce a bullet by shooting a metal plate and getting it to change directions.
So here's the plan. The whole thing starts with a plate. Our plate is 3 pieces of structural steel welded together into a single square. Once the plate is set in the ground, we measure an equal angle and an equal distance from the plane that the plate is on. On one of these 2 angles, we set up our gun station, and at the other station, we have a dummy. The point is, we should be able to fire from the gun station, bounce off the steel plate, and hit the dummy. Just to make sure that we're not thrown off by angles or distances, we've also put a large piece of black paper behind the dummy to cover a larger area and make sure that we're capturing if our bullet bounces.
This is Randall, and he is a nightmare to behold, it's true. But he's here to keep us safe. Rather than us going out and doing something stupid, we're gonna let Randall do it. He's going to be standing in the line of fire, and we're going to line up our shots to see if we can effectively hit him. Ready to go, Randall?
I guess so. You guys are my best friends. I trust you.
Because Teen Girl Squad and
Hey, so we still gotta be picking up cake later? You guys said you'd help me prepare for a birthday party.
The bullet we're using is Full Metal Jacket, which we hope will give it the best opportunity to bounce. This is a 9mm round. It's a nice, good-sized bullet. Should be able to see anything that happens. Firing. Looked like it hit it, right?
honestly, I didn't see.
Okay, we'll try again. Firing. Definitely hit it that time. Yeah. Hey, safety's on. Check it out. That is a beefy dent. That gives me hope. Because that is definitely contact with our plate. Let's come check over by the paper. Okay, there's a small chance it landed in Randall's hair, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't see anything on Randall. I don't see anything on the paper.
Yeah.
Should we just try a few more times?
Yeah, let's do it. I'd say let's shoot a few and see if any.
See if we can get any of them. Safety's off. Loading. Okay, let's get ready. Firing. Yeah, see, look. So we at least got it 3. But that also looks like a 4th.
Yeah.
So they're chunky dents, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't see it, I'm sure, on the camera, but here on the back you can see it totally bulged out. So nothing went through. We've got this like nice bump there from this dent up here. Over here is still nothing.
You survived, Randall.
You did a good job, Randall.
So yeah, let's talk about how we weren't able to get a bullet to bounce. Because we looked at the footage really closely, and we noticed that there were some things bouncing off of our steel plate, but they were small and spread out. It looked like the bullet was actually hitting the steel plate and then shattering into a bunch of little pieces. And that actually comes down to the properties of this guy. See, this bullet is actually a lot like this eclair. On the outside, they're made of a soft but relatively stable material. In this case, it's copper. But the inside is filled with dense, heavy, squishy lead. It's definitely something that you want to have in a bullet because it helps it stay fast and accurate. But if there's one thing I can tell you about eclairs, it's that they don't bounce. But we do have another bullet here that doesn't have a lead core. The green tip on the outside lets you know that this bullet has a steel core. Since the core of this bullet and the steel of our plate are the same material, we estimate this bullet probably has the best chance of any bullets we have of bouncing off of that steel plate, so we're gonna give it a test.
So yes, we did think there was a possibility that the bullets wouldn't ricochet and they would just explode, and so we did bring some of these steel core bullets. But I'm not entirely sure that this is the bullet to bounce, because even though it's steel, it's less likely to explode than any other bullet when it hits a steel plate. Steel core bullets have another name that kind of worries me, and that's armor piercing. So these are armor piercing rounds. So before we fire our steel core bullets, I want to know in the comments section, what are some movie myths or movie gun myths that you would like to see explored? The whole point of Wasted Time is to explore these ideas that we're interested about, even if we don't know exactly where it's going. So what is it that we want to know? What do you want to know about movies and movie gun myths? Okay, now it is time to go fire us some steel core bullets. Firing.
Myth.
Myth?
I think. No? Or we can check. No. Maybe it went through.
No, it went through. I can see light.
Oh, yeah. Went straight through.
Okay, Seth, see, look.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. That's where it hit. Woohoo! Hello?
Yep. Armor piercing.
So yeah. Turns out when you put the steel in a steel bullet, that's hard enough to go through 3 plates of steel.
Yeah.
No question. I didn't even come close to bouncing.
Yeah.
And look at the back, look. It blew straight through everything. Just plowed a hole through everything it touched.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's so cool. I mean, it's not a bouncing bullet,
Yeah.
but it's still cool.
You're safe, Randall.
You're safe.
So once again, no dice. We can't get a bullet to bounce off that steel plate, and this movie gun myth is all but busted. It is important to note that theoretically, this is possible. If we were able to get a hard enough plate, a hard enough piece of steel or titanium so that it didn't break when the steel hit it, and a hard enough bullet made out of steel or titanium so that it didn't break when the two collided at bullet speeds and force, then the bullet would bounce. But we also kind of want to pick on Hollywood because that's making bullets do what they're not supposed to do. Think about it this way. Bullets travel in one direction really, really well. In fact, modern military weapons, like the armor-piercing bullets you've seen, are designed to pass through most armor and structures that exist. I think it would be really interesting to see movies take advantage of this cool fact and show bullets passing through structures and armor where people thought they were safe, rather than bending and bouncing around corners, which is really kind of not what they're supposed to do. And trying to force a bullet to do that gets really expensive and really difficult fast.
So yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit bummed that we didn't get to bounce any bullets today. Randall, I'm sure, is thrilled. But, yeah, it turns out that lead's too soft to bounce reliably, and steel's too hard. And, you know, we could talk about, you know, special setups, titanium bullets, titanium plates, you know, and optimizing bouncing a bullet all day long, but at the end of the day, you know, this is what we got, and this is what we found out, and that's kind of how I feel about it, and I'm just enjoying kind of this gorgeous desert area.